Hey WWE Universe, so it's Tuesday and that means it's time for my Raw review! Okay, so first we have CM Punk starting off Raw against Luke Harper, and I was really excited about this match because, as you guys know, the Wyatt family last week definitely decided they should attack everybody they could because they're jerks. But I thought this was a really good match. I think Luke Harper is so talented. Everybody in the Wyatt family is talented, but it's cool to see just like a one-on-one and not a tag team match. I like seeing what each member can do by themselves. And of course, CM Punk is the best in the world, so of course he's going to be good. So that was a really good match. In the end, CM Punk defeated Luke Harper. And then the Wyatt family was definitely not happy at all. So, I'm sorry, my hair's like driving me nuts today. So they weren't, of course, the Wyatt family was not happy. So they came in and attacked CM Punk, and Daniel Bryan quickly came out with a chair in hand, and definitely I think CM Punk and the Wyatt family is going to have something going on at Survivor Series. I don't know if they're going to have more people or what, if it's going to be like Team Punk or Bryan versus the Wyatt family, and we're going to have like a couple more people on each team, or what we're going to see. But I personally think that would be so awesome, and I really hope something like that happens at Survivor Series. But all in all, it was a great match. It was a good way to kick off Raw instead of 20 minutes of talking. Next we have Ryback, who we see earlier is bullying Hornswoggle, and like I think he put a cupcake on his face, which if somebody like shoved a cupcake in my face, I would eat it. Unless it was a chocolate cupcake. I don't really like chocolate cupcakes. But if it was a vanilla cupcake, I wouldn't be mad if somebody shoved it in my face. You can shove it on my forehead and I'll still eat it most likely. But anyway, he was bullying Hornswoggle. So Santino said, why don't you pick on somebody your own size? And with Santino being nowhere near Ryback's size, he said, you need to take on the Great Khali. So we have the Great Khali versus Ryback, and I think the Great Khali did a good job. I was surprised that the match lasted so long, and for some of the match, the Great Khali actually did show his power and was kind of like dominating over Ryback, and I thought that was really cool because you just don't see the Great Khali really do anything anymore. He's kind of just like boring, and I want to say I was really happy Natalya wasn't out there with him. That was pretty great. But in the end, Ryback defeated the Great Khali with a running meat hook. Meat hook clothesline. I was going to say meat locker, but I'm like, that makes no sense. Meat hook clothesline. And then after, Ryback also attacked Santino and was going after Hornswoggle, but Hornswoggle hid under the ring. Which I guess that's a good thing that he could fit under the ring and hide, because that's what I would want to do if Ryback was going to attack me, because he would probably break every single bone in my body and I'd be dead. Pretty much. Like, really. I'd be dead. Next we have Alberto Del Rio versus Kofi Kingston, and I thought this was a weird, like, pairing. I don't know, I'm really sick of Alberto Del Rio. He is so annoying. He just, oh my god, he drives me insane. I'm just like, can he be off TV for like a month or a year or forever until he gets like more entertaining? But he defeated Kofi Kingston pretty quickly. Kofi did good for a while, but then Alberto put him in the cross arm breaker, and obviously that didn't last long at all. So Alberto Del Rio won. And as much as I don't like it, you gotta put up with it because, you know, John Cena is the champion, so Alberto still has his rematch clause. And then maybe Alberto will just go somewhere else for a while because John Cena's gonna kick his ass. So maybe that's gonna happen, but I don't know. With the way they like to redo matches over and over, I'm not getting my hopes up. Next we have Randy Orton, who on the WWE app, yes, I know I'm mentioning the WWE app. I am so sorry. I'm such a terrible person. You got to pick who Randy Orton could go against, which was Dolph Ziggler, The Miz, or Big E Langston. And I really have been missing seeing The Miz and Dolph Ziggler in action. But I was like, Big E Langston would be such good competition for Randy Orton. And Big E Langston won by like a landslide. I think he got like 75%, which was kind of sad for The Miz and Dolph Ziggler. I was like, that's not nice. I kind of felt like I needed to shed a tear for them because that was such terrible, like, percentages. But, Big E Langston really gave Randy Orton a run for his money. It was such a good match. Big E Langston is so talented, and he's such a big guy that for somebody who is the face of the company, Randy Orton's talented, but for him to be really having a problem with somebody who isn't like a main eventer, like maybe John Cena or somebody, I guess, higher up, I really feel like Big E Langston will be more of a top dog in the coming months. And I thought it was a really good match, but in the end, after Randy Orton really had a tough time, he hit an RKO on Big E Langston for the win, but it was a great match, and I'm really impressed with how Big E has been in the ring, and I really hope to see him do more and possibly hold a title in the near future. I think that would be really good for him, and I really think that would put him up there. Next we have Summer Rae and Fandango, and Tyson Kidd and Natalya. I was so excited to see Tyson Kidd come back. I mean, it's been like 30 years. But before I even start on this, where is Evan Bourne? Is Evan Bourne okay? Do I need to, like, go see if he's, like, still breathing? Where is he at? He's been gone for, like... Okay, if I said Tyson Kidd's been gone for 30 years, Evan Bourne's been gone for, like, 150. Like, where is Evan Bourne? Is he, like, playing Where's Waldo? Like, do we have to go search for him? It's driving me insane. But anyway, I was really happy that Tyson Kidd came back. He is so talented. And I think it was great to put Natalya and Tyson together, but I also feel like it could really be their downfall. Not in their personal life, because they've been together since they were young, but I feel like couples don't last long in the WWE regardless. So it should be interesting, and I hope they use them properly. But they really did a great job. Summer Rae is still really impressing me. Obviously, Fandango is a great wrestler. He is very talented, but Summer Rae has really been catching my attention, and I really enjoy watching her progress in the ring. Natalya obviously is so talented, and then seeing Tyson Kidd come back and doing such a great job, he seemed to have, I guess after him being gone so long, I kind of expected him to have some like serious ring rust, but even if he did, you couldn't really tell, and I think they did a great job, and in the end, Fandango was put in the sharpshooter by Tyson Kidd for the win, and I thought it was a great way to have Tyson return, and I really hope him and Natalya do some great things in the coming months together. I think that would be great to see. Next we have John Cena, Goldust, and Cody Rhodes versus Damien Sandow and the Real Americans. And I want to point out that John Cena did, Breast Cancer Awareness Month is over, and I thought they were going to stop wearing the shirts. It's nothing, I have no problem with it, but I thought they were going to stop wearing the shirts and, like, the ring wasn't going to be pink anymore. But I don't know if, I know the shirts are available through December, so I don't know if they're going to continue through December, which would be a little odd because there's nothing wrong with it. It's just, I don't know. I don't know how long they're going to keep this going. But John Cena talked about some survivors that were in the crowd, and I really like when they do that. I think that's great, especially like at WrestleMania when the kids from Make-A-Wish are there. I think it's great that they put a little a little time for them, because people that have beat breast cancer, that is a really wonderful thing. And, you know, obviously you're a strong person to get through such tough stuff. I can't even imagine what those people go through. So I thought that was a cute thing. But the match was actually really good. I was kind of, at first, like, I just saw this Friday. Can we stop? Can we not repeat matches, like, every week? I don't want to see this again on SmackDown. I don't want to see this, like, 2 months from now. Sometimes they just overdo matches, and it gets really aggravating, and there's really no variety. But I thought this match was so good. Like, honestly, it was so good. The All-American, or the All-Americans, the Real Americans are so good together, and, Damien Sandow works well with them, and even by himself, he's a great competitor. Obviously, John Cena is a 14-time world champion, so obviously he is a wonderful wrestler. And I think Goldust and Cody Rhodes, since they've been together, have really shown that they can work well together, and that they're good together, and that they know what they're doing. They've been in the business for a while, especially Goldust. And so it's great to see the variety that you can see with these different tag teams. And I thought it was just great. And they did isolate John Cena a lot of the match. I was like, come on, like, stop torturing me. This isn't even fair. Why do you do this to me? I mean, it's great to see John Cena, but don't, like, isolate him. I want to watch him wrestle. That's what I enjoy. I love... Don't get me wrong, I think a lot of these wrestlers are absolutely handsome and good-looking guys, but that is not the reason I watch wrestling. That is so annoying when people are just like, oh, they're so hot. No. Shut up. Just, like, go jump off a cliff. They're good-looking men, and obviously, you know, they really train their bodies, and of course they're going to be good-looking. They have to be pretty much, like, 90% naked on live TV. So, of course, they're going to be really good-looking guys, but, like, don't just watch it just because they're good-looking. You aggravate me. Just out of my face. But I just liked, you know, I really like watching them wrestle. So them isolating John Cena, I was like, ugh, you know. But then in the end, we have Goldust, who was put in the Cesaro swing, which every time I can't even get over how awesome that is. And he put the final cut onto Antonio Cesaro for the win. And did anybody see, like, when Goldust and Cody were, like, hugging, and then John Cena, like, jumps into their hug? That was so adorable. Like, oh my god, that was so cute. I've seen people, like, make little, like, gifs of it and stuff, and it's just adorable. And that was just so cute. And next we have Dolph Ziggler, which I was so happy he was in a match since he didn't go against Randy Orton, versus Curtis Axel. And it's so weird not seeing Paul Heyman. And I forgot to say, earlier in the night, they did have Paul Heyman on the phone, and it was just, you know, it was goofy, and they, like, had him fake crying and everything. It was goofy, but anyway, Paul Heyman hasn't been around since Hell in a Cell. So it's weird to see Curtis Axel and Ryback by themselves. It's like they lost their parent in Walmart. But Curtis Axel is still so talented, and I really enjoyed the match. And of course I love Dolph Ziggler. He is just a show-off, of course. And so in the end, Dolph Ziggler won with the zigzag, and I really hope Dolph gets a chance at the title. I really think he deserves a title. He's been so underused. Like, where has he even been? And it's really been sad, because some of these wrestlers, like, they'll be, like, on this big, like, nonstop on TV, all this stuff going on with them, and then they just fall off the face of the earth. And it's really, really sad and confusing and, like, aggravating, because you know they're so talented and they could do so much, but they're not being used properly. So I really hope they use Dolph Ziggler properly. WWE, you better listen to me. I'm gonna come find you and hit you with a chair. But not in the head, because that's banned. So I don't want that to happen. Next, we have the Usos versus 3MB. This was so... just not what I wanted to see, honestly. not exciting, not, it was like a filler match. The Superfly Splash by the Usos won the match. So it was okay. It was just one of those filler matches that I really could have done without. But it was okay. I just wish 3MB would, like, do more and just stop getting beat every week, because that is really aggravating. Next we have the Bella Twins and Eva Marie versus Tamina, AJ Lee, and Oksana. And I was glad to see Oksana because I really love Oksana. I feel like they don't use her at all. But I have heard, which you can't believe everything on the internet, but I've heard they're really high on Oksana and trying to get her used more. So I really hope that's true. That would be great. And it was weird to see Eva Marie out because the last matches I've seen her in, really, she needs a lot of work. I can't say anything because I'm not a wrestler, so I would need a lot of work, but she has been training, and I just feel like she's not ready to be on TV at all. I feel like she's ready to be, like, on NXT, but not, I mean, NXT, everybody on there is so talented, but that's more of, you know, you're not on the main roster, so you're still learning, you're still progressing, and to put Eva Marie on WWE, like, live TV, that's a big thing, and I really don't think she's earned it. Just because she's on Total Divas doesn't mean she's earned a spot on live TV. But, all in all, it was a good match. I'm really excited to see how Nikki Bella is improving in the ring. Brie has really, really improved, and now that Nikki's back from her injury, I really can see where she's progressing and doing a lot better than she was. And Tamina and AJ, did Oksana even get in the ring? I don't even think AJ got in the ring. I'm going to be honest, I don't think either one of them even got in the ring. Tamina Snuka did most of the work in the match, and in the end, Eva Marie rolled up Tamina for the win, and that was such a surprise. Like, seriously, I was like, or probably more like, it was weird. It was her first win, but still, it was, Eva Marie needs a lot more work before she's going to be defeating people like Tamina Snuka, and I'm happy for her that she won, but I don't know how I feel about her much at all. I like her hair, and she's very beautiful, but I feel like she really, 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 really needs to have a lot more work done in the ring, because that's all she did was roll Tamina up. So it's like, what else can you do? Is that all you can do? Show us what you have. And I'm so itchy. I'm sorry if you can hear me scratching. I, like, cannot stop scratching. But yeah, I need to see Eva Marie do some more and progress, and I think she could, if she does it right, she could have a great future, but she really needs to work on it. And next we have the Big Show coming out, meeting with the Authority, Triple H and Stephanie. He gets his job back, and he also gets a title match against Randy Orton at Survivor Series, which I was really happy about. I think that's going to be such a good match. And I think it's going to be really interesting, but I also feel like the Big Show is going to get screwed. But I'm not going to think about that right now, because Survivor Series isn't for a little bit longer, so we're not going to put these terrible thoughts into my head. So then Triple H is like, you work for me now, so you're going to work tonight just like everybody else does. So he put Big Show in a match against The Shield and Randy Orton, and I was like, come on. It was like 11:04 when this was happening, and I was like, God, Raw, like, what are you guys doing? You're doing a match at 11:04? Like, I hated when I would be in school, and, like, there'd be, like, a pay-per-view, and then Raw, and I'd just be so drained. I couldn't even focus at school, because sometimes Raw would go so late, and the pay-per-views used to go pretty late. I would be like a walking zombie, and I would, like, people would talk to me, and I'd just be dead. And now, so it's like, I'm glad I don't have to go, like, function at high school after I've, like, drained my body of watching wrestling. And, okay, but last but not least, we have the Big Show in this match. And Big Show really put a lot into it, because obviously he's been very frustrated with everything that's been going on, and he was really putting his all into this match. But in the end, Kane came out in a suit. in a suit with his music, which was so weird. The music did not fit him. I think they need to, if he's gonna be like corporate Kane, they need to change his music because that just isn't working. And I was kind of like, that was my face. It was just odd. And so I hope that I don't have to see that again because that just was weird. So then, Kane was throwing the chairs into the ring and it quickly got out of hand. Big Show won by disqualification, but they still continued to attack Big Show, and the Shield actually powerbombed him through the commentary table, and that's pretty much how Raw went off. So I'm interested to see. I feel like the Big Show's like the new Daniel Bryan, where he's gonna get like the crap beat out of him every week. I feel that's how it's gonna go, and that kind of sucks. But I'm excited also to see maybe they could mix it up a little bit, and I want to see how we're gonna go into Survivor Series because it's not that far away. And I want to let you guys know I'm wearing my Boston hat, and if you guys watch baseball, we are the 2013 World Series champions. I couldn't find their World Series hats in any stores yet. I guess they're only online, but I got this one because I got to support my teams, and I'm very proud. And I've been asked by a few people to do every maybe Monday, since majority of the football players have their games on Sunday. I've been asked to do a little who won. I'm not going to go into every single game and every single thing. I'm just going to say it was Sunday. It was the Steelers versus the Patriots. The Patriots won and they kicked the Steelers' ass. I mean, I'm not going to say it like that, but just a rundown. I've been asked to do that. So would you be interested in that at all? And maybe, any sports that would you like me to do that with, other teams? I know I'm a Celtics fan, as you guys kind of probably have guessed. I like all the Boston teams. I know basketball is going on as well. And so do you want me to do something like that too? I like your opinions because I don't want to do something that people aren't going to be interested in. So comment me below or go to my Facebook fan page at John Cena 54fan54, and you can also get a hold of me that way. So I hope you guys enjoyed Raw. I thought it was great, and I really think they're going in the right direction. And they better keep going in the right direction or I'm going to beat them up. But I hope you guys have a great day. I will see you soon, and I don't know what else to say. See you guys later. Bye.